It's your job. I give you money, you give me ideas.
And you never say thank you.
That's what the money is for.
All right, boys, what do we think? I mean, as it stands, with the still being what it is, cute as hell, right? I mean, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? A strong gate with the still being what it is, and her not opening her mouth yet. So, let's just appreciate, because she, like, those eyes, come on. Those eyes are killer. Right? She's very, very attractive. But one of the main points that I tend to make throughout this channel is how once you press play and words start coming out of her mouth, it can really, really just change everything, and this does so on multiple levels. So let's see. Imagine if that was reversed. Racism goes both ways. Look up the definition if you're that clueless. And she's clearly responding to this individual. Now, it's true. Racism does go both ways. One of the main themes that I like to promote throughout this channel is do unto others, right? What you would, if you don't want people sitting in and being, saying D-bags towards your group, then don't be a D-bag towards the other group. And this is race, sexual orientation, no matter what group it is that you belong to, right? It's just like hey, everybody chill, everybody love everybody. But anyways, this young lady feels rather differently. So with that being said, I've stalled long enough. Let's go.
This is something that I've noticed, and I think white people should notice this too. If a white person is calling a person of color racist, and the only people backing them up is other white people,
this entire thing is racist, sweetie. Everything that you're saying, so if only white people are backing up this one white person who's calling a person of color racist because they're more than likely actually being racist. If the only people that has their back are more white people, then you know what? Fuck them. It really does. And once again, the entire concept is racist on its face, because I personally, as an individual, don't give a shit what color the individual is, what is their character, what are their past behaviors, how have I interacted with them, you know what I'm saying? What kind of regard can I put on them, at what regard do I hold their word in as an individual, and instead of, oh my goodness, they're white, thus for that it is not to be trusted. It is literally the exact same mindset that, let's be real, because this woman, she's not black, she's some type of Latina. Everybody ultimately wanted to get past and get through, yet here we are where this moderately attractive, because like I said, as she talks, right, as she talks and eats, it's just like, ugh. And it's not just the words. Watch. I'm not even saying that just to say, hold on. Just watch.
this is something that I've noticed.
Just watch. Because cute. Then she starts, talking and eating. And it starts to, it gets a little, not all as fly as it once was. Cute as hell. But, as far as, strokes, without a question. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to smash, no shit like that. But as far as, no pull out, and the higher grade that we give here on this channel, gotta say, yeah, I'm talking about, I'm doing a backflip out this motherfucker. Hold on, let's pull it back up.
People, there's something wrong there. Now, if a person from the Bipoc community.
Bipoc. I did a video on that bullshit over a year, going on 2 years ago. It has to be. It's well over a year old. I can't, because I do so much content, I can't, I'm really not particularly interested. I might link it in the channel, in the channel, but I told you it was more these newfangled words, all of this new, interpretations of things that they continuously throw out in order to confuse and to just darken the opacity of any conversation, any true conversation that is there to be had. Like that's all that terminology is. And as she uses this terminology, you thusly, because one of the rules on the channel, like, ladies, I love you to death, but for the most part, we kind of got to just strike what you say off the record because y'all all pink on the inside. But ultimately, like, I do like to hold individuals individually to the merit of their words, and what she's saying right here is just complete hogwash and bullshit. But let's keep going.
Called me racist and had something to back them up and some info. I wanted to educate me. And then
Sweetie, here's the thing though. What you're saying is racist because you're I disregard, and I'll put it flat on my channel banner. I'm a misogynist. I disregard women just because once I start to listen, like, it comes out kind of like what you're doing, where it's like, you know what, yeah, probably shouldn't have listened to that.
Take a step back and I would look at what I said. But if it's only white people backing you up, calling another person of color racist, there is something wrong there.
No, it's not, because it all depends on the character of the person. It depends on who is the one that's like, oh my goodness, like, that's what kind of weight they have to you as an individual. And guess what? The color scheme really shouldn't matter. That's how that racism maintains, right? Because you're the one like, oh, well, it's just white people. Like, well, it doesn't matter if this white person is, I don't know who the hell you would be into, like, what white person you trust, but something tells me there are a few white people that you trust, and you'd be like, oh, well, okay, well, they said it. So just cut the color bullshit out. This Crayola cabal is just nonsense.
White people's understanding of racism is very shallow. They sure do like to call it out when they think they're feeling oppressed.
As not so many of your fellow Bipocs. This is your terminology. Your BIPOC sit there, scream oppression all day. We just had this one chick go on the Olympic podium and do X, like, oh my goodness, because of oppression and depression and all this other bullshit that honestly, who gives a damn? Like all of your you problems remain that at the end of the day, you problems. And to sit here and be like, oh, well, just because the color of somebody's skin, if they speak up and say that there's an issue, like, I'm sorry, but there's a reason meritocracy is a thing.
If you're white on some savior shit and your only other supporters are white people, maybe take a look at that.
So that's what you just described here, sweetheart. Yikes. Ooh, let's I guess this is probably a good place to wrap this one up around. What you just described right there is really like is BLM, right? Like BLM was like 70-something% Caucasian, except for the Sean Kings and the Patrice Cullors of the world, who just made insane amounts of money and then dipped off to the high to where the white folks is at. So, like, real talk, guys. This is like, sweetheart, your entire premise is racist on its face. Sorry, but you have to actually look at who says what, regardless of their skin color, and what and how and based on their character, judge what kind of regard you're going to hold their words into, as opposed to, oh, well, just because they're white. Like stop. It's the same shit that you and the rest of your BIPOCs would are like claim to be against. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day? Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out on Patreon as well. Links in the description. Actually go in the description box and do damage and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, sweetheart. Like the entire premise of, oh well, just because white people support you, then thusly there's a problem with that, is racist on its face. I don't think you are capable of seeing that because, I ain't your sense stick. But either ways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next one.
Jimmy, you're thinking with your dick.
I am not thinking with my dick.
Yes, you are.
No, I just think that
Put
she's
your dick away.
she's an emotional,
Jim.
interesting, caring girl.
Jimmy, that's your dick talking.